Hello, second grade. We are going to be learning how to do cursive writing. Normally we would have started it a little further back, but because of the situation, we had not been able to. But I want to make sure to try to get these letters in for you before summer hits. So we're going to start with the capital letter A, and we're just going to go in order of the letters. Normally there's a much more organized way of doing it, but like I said, because of the circumstances, it's a little different. So daily practice will help you improve and become a fluent cursive writer this summer. So you have your packet. Remember, if you are left-handed, that means if you write with your left hand, oh, my nails are not done. Your paper is going to be turned slightly to the right like this. If you are right-handed, your paper is going to be turned slightly to the left like this. If you're left-handed, your paper will be turned slightly to the right, and your free hand is going to hold the paper so that it's not sliding back and forth across as you're writing. If you're right-handed, your left hand is going to hold the paper for you as you write with your right hand, okay? The great thing about cursive writing is as you're writing, your pencil is never going to lift up. Ms. Hill has a pen. Do not use a pen to do your cursive writing. You should be writing with a pen. Pencil, not a pen. Let me see if I can find a pencil. Yeah, I just found one. You should be writing with a pencil because you're going to make mistakes in the beginning, and that's okay. That's why we use a pencil, so we can go back and fix it. Now, when you start, you're going to trace over the tracers. Here's how you make your cursive A. I want you to listen and watch first before you start your cursive letter writing. Listen and watch first, okay? For the capital letter A, you're going to start between this dark line here and the dark line here, as we used to call it the skyline and the worm line, okay? So you start up here. You're going to make what looks kind of like a C, and you're going to swerve up, go up to the line where you started, come back down, and loop a little tail. You're going to stop just before you get to the broken line, not all the way up. Try it again with the lighter shaded one. Do not start just writing them. Practice first. Start at the top line, come around as if you're making the letter C, swoop it in. Don't ever lift your hand. Keep it on the paper. Come down and give it a little tail. Okay? Let me show you what you don't want to do. If yours looks like this is wrong. The reason why this is wrong is because it should touch this line up here and this line right here in the middle. It needs to be just touching both. If yours is down here, Liam, this is wrong. You want to make sure that it's touching both the top and the bottom. And I'm saying that because I'm not there to remind you and say it over your shoulder over and over again, but that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're going between the top line and the lower line and that they are going through. So I'll model it down here. Starting here, I'm touching, and I apologize because I'm a lefty. So you start up here, you come down, you go up, straight up, you come down, and you give it a tail and stop. Try it again. Up, around, straight down, and you give it a tail. I want you to take your time, go up, down, give it a tail. Go all the way across the line. You get to be Miss Hill. After you go all the way across the line, you should have at least 6 to 8 A's across the line. I have 3 here, but you should have at least 6 to 8 A's. I want you to look and see which one is your best letter, just like we did when we were doing our regular penmanship where we weren't doing cursive letters. Whichever letter is your best letter, you're going to circle it. Circle your best one. So this is my best letter for this row, so I'm going to circle it. Okay? This is how you form the capital A's. When you get to the lowercase a's, they are very much the same, except they are smaller. Instead of starting at the top line, you're starting at the broken line in the middle. So we see that here. I start at the broken line. I'm making like a little baby C. I swoop it around and I give it a tail. Never do I lift up. I don't go around and pick up my pencil. I just swoop it around and I keep going. Do not pick up. Remember, use your guide hand to hold your paper down. So if I'm freehanding it right here, I'm coming around and go down and I'm giving it a tail. come around, go down, and I'm giving it a tail. Go all the way across each row. I skipped down so you could see, but I want you to keep going. Go down and around, give it a tail. Down and around, give it a tail. Down and around, give it a tail. When you get to the end of the row, of course, loop them, circle your best one. For this bottom row, right before you get to the other one, for those of you who feel like you're doing a good job and you want to challenge yourself, here's what you can do. And again, I apologize for my turned, let me see if I could turn my base so you can see. I'm going to loop my capital A's together. So I'm going to come down and around. Actually, no, I don't want you to do it yet. Just stick to this. Down and around, up and down. Maybe my lowercase a's, I'll loop them for you. It's a little harder, as you can see. Miss Hill's not even doing her best. Oh, didn't make it all the way up to that line. But this is what I mean about looping them. I don't want to see this up here. The bottom line, you can practice looping them. The very bottom line, you can practice looping them. All the other ones, I want to see just your regular A. And if you start feeling confident, then you can start looping them at the very bottom. That's your practice line for looping. Very bottom. Julianne, I'm talking to you. I don't want to see looping up here, looping down here. All right. Can't wait to see those cursive letters.